And hello everyone, welcome back to Cherry Rush. I am WinnerBit at twitch.tv/WinnerBit, and I will be doing Cyber Owls today. Pressure's on, I gotta say. Thank you for that intro, you guys. Joining me on commentary, on very short notice I might add, is Violett. Say hi, Violett.
Hello, I'm Violett, also known as Ilovemooncat. I run the gold for this game, but not the cherry, because this is pretty intense, so I'm gonna be here for moral support.
It is, and I appreciate you being here. So yeah, Cyber Owls, I'm gonna let the cutscene play out, because it's gonna explain things a lot better than I could. Alright, and that is the gist of it. So, Cyber Owls is going to begin in just a few seconds. Get ready on the time because we're starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so the gist of this game is there are 4 characters that you have to play as, and they all have their own gameplay style. So Octavio's kind of your traditional beat-em-up character. Engel is kind of a Contra-style gameplay. And, yeah, we're gonna have a lot of... I'm gonna grab that for safety. And immediately lose it again. Let's go. We're gonna have a lot of different gameplay styles to deal with, so... hopefully everything goes well. We'll have to see. We got the skip here. Very nice. Octavio is forklift certified. Now you might be watching me fly through the air with a little bit of confusion. That is due to my Owl Fist power, which is executed by holding down B and releasing. It's actually slightly faster to move with the Owl Fist instead of just running. It's a little quirky, but you get used to it. So we're gonna be saving some frames here. Let's grab some wall dim sum. That's the trope here, is that all the Cyber Owls love dim sum. It's basically Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in an alternate universe. So now we just have a little bit of an auto-scroller, so we're just gonna be chilling, defeating some dudes.
So I guess it might also be important to mention why the cherry for this game is so difficult. You notice that WinnerBit picked up some dim sum for extra health, even though WinnerBit does have an extra life in form of the golden owl, because the cherry for this game is winning without losing any lives. And Octavio has a lot of health, and it's still difficult, but all the characters have less health, so you're gonna see WinnerBit take as much safety dim sum as possible, and really just like hopefully not get abused by all these enemies that just have really unfair hitboxes and all the stuff. But yeah, I think we should be coming up on the first boss here.
Gotta get those calisthenics in.
Yeah, you can explain this one.
Yeah, so here's the weird thing about controller bindings is that you actually have 2 face buttons that each do the same thing by default. So I'm able to charge an Owl Fist with one punch button while also punching with the other, which is going to allow me to fast travel when I need to. And let's see if we can get stuck in midair. There it is. So that was Chicago. Now we're going to travel to the Congo as Engel, who is the Contra-style gameplay. And I'm going to be setting up a little bit of a quick kill over here. I'm going to shoot this barrel until it's almost ready to blow up. And now that barrel is going to explode the other 2 barrels, along with, hopefully, the mini-boss, if I did it right. You might also notice a multiplier in the top left corner. I'm just going to be keeping it at +5 for a while. Or ×5, rather. I know my multiplication tables, don't worry. And that is actually not only a score multiplier, but also a damage multiplier. So you might notice it only takes me one hit to defeat all those guys. Long story short, we're going to be abusing that multiplier in order to get a quick kill on the boss. those machine gun dudes are time gates, so ideally you defeat them faster than I just did, but hey, all in the name of safety. That wasn't actually any safer, I'm just making excuses for myself. Alright, we're gonna park ourselves right here and wait for the boss. And let's see if we can get this. Beautiful.
Very nice.
Mission complete.
All the bosses have funny names, by the way. We defeated Pyrat earlier in Chicago, and those two were Maniac and Psy-Cow. So now we're on our way to defeat Hakun here in Moscow. Now Gwen is by far the scariest owl to play as, because although she might be the leader of the gang, she is also the owl with the least health. So if you get hit twice, Cherry's dead. So, you know, fingers crossed, I guess. Also, I failed this grenade toss a couple of times, so hopefully I face the correct direction.
There are explosive walls here that you can use to skip some keycards and make the Gwen segments a lot shorter. But you can also die to your own grenades,
Yes.
which is fun.
Yep,
Yeah,
explosions
like that
are
there.
insta-death. Going to be using our various tools available to us. By the way, not a lot of people know this because the in-game controls are not very descriptive with what you can and can't do, but you can actually slow down your movement speed if you hold down A, which is also the button you have to press to switch weapons. And doing so actually reduces your aggro range, so it's very helpful casually. Unfortunately, it's completely useless when you're speedrunning, because you want to go fast, not slow. Well, I shouldn't say completely useless, because you can still, you know, pull off some sneaky stuff that way, but for my intents and purposes, it is useless. Also, you only really need one keycard, the green one, which I've already picked up, in order to access the boss of the area. Gonna be picking up a couple more bullets, and we should be good to go. I'm just gonna hug the walls to make sure we don't accidentally touch a guard, because that is an awful way to lose a run. And now we wait for the boss to spawn in. It's a very hard boss fight.
Yeah, that was it.
Mission complete.
Hope y'all didn't blink. Alright, and finally we're going to Hong Kong.
Mission start.
This is a little bit of a sleeper hit as far as stages go. Emphasis on the sleeper, because about halfway through the stage we literally have nothing to do but wait. So, we'll see how it goes. This is the sort of Battletoads segment of the game. Now, you might hear me tapping very fast on my controller because it's actually faster to tap the fire button instead of holding it down. Here's holding down. And here's tapping. It's very annoying. It's about 10% faster, maybe 20. So, we're going to be tapping whenever we need to fire. It's way faster, I'm seeing in chat. Okay, fair enough. You do need a good rhythm, though, so... Also, there's an overheating mechanic. Whoopsie. There's an overheating mechanic where if you hold the button down for too long, you just, explode. So, tapping also alleviates that issue. Now, the reason I'm killing the dim sum truck here is for two reasons. One, it's going to give me a refill on my health. Excuse me, I'm incorrect, actually. It does not refill your health. Okay, there's one reason to kill the dim sum truck. And it is so that you can park in this upper right corner and take a stretch break. For about 55 seconds. By the way, if there's anything to plug about donations or anything that the marathon is benefiting as far as charity goes, now is a great time to do so.
Thanks. So since our last update, we've gotten to about a third of the way through the Bushido Ball hyperspeed target, and we are just about a quarter of the way to the open cage incentive for Night Manor. And as it stands, it looks like Koala Rana will be the landslide choice for Block Koala, and just narrowly edging out Tomoe is Chiome, as things stand. Back to you, WinnerBit.
Great. Perfect timing because we are here at the boss Road Toad. Hopefully I line myself up well. Oh, beautiful. And once again, we're just going to be mashing and avoiding his little mace that comes out. I'm not going to tempt fate. You can get in some more hits if you're really careful, but I'm just going to be very safe. Just kidding. There we go. Alright, pretty good. So, that's all the gameplay modes, right? We're done here, right? Right? Just kidding. We're going to Antarctica now. Because it turns out the Doomsday weapon is not at any of those locations, but instead here in the Hawk Base in Antarctica. So, this is where it gets really scary. We basically have to play all the gameplay styles again, but this time there's even more insta-death, and everything is just harder in general, so I'm going to be focusing a lot more than I was. So, yeah, if there's anything to mention, be sure to do it, Violett.
Yep, sure can. So we're coming up on the Octavio section of Antarctica, where it's got this overworld part with these mines that jump up, but WinnerBit's just going to be flying over using Octavio's patented Owl Fist. Patented, mind you.
That's right, I forgot it's patented.
And then WinnerBit's going to just kick this door a bunch to knock it down.
I have a theory that kicking is actually slightly faster than punching. It's definitely longer range, at the very least, so... yeah. It also doesn't deflect projectiles as easily, though, so there are some drawbacks.
Yeah, this part of the base has got these walls that close in around you. They're timed so that you shouldn't be able to die, but I did see earlier that like they might actually be able to kill you. And yeah, these enemies can be kind of annoying and make you lose a lot of health, and you definitely want some health for the boss fight coming up here. So
Yeah, three health is a little spooky. Oof.
Yeah, WinnerBit handles this. So this is the Armadillo fight, I believe. Armadillo's got like 2 phases here, where it got the syringe, where it just launches at you, and then also jump into the air, which the jump is actually pretty scary, and...
Oh no!
It's exactly what I was worried about. Alright, y'all know the rules. It's a reset.
Saving the world can be difficult, just like in real life.
Yeah,
I want to take a moment to remind everyone that we're raising money for Partners in Health, and that the money is going to a really good cause. So make sure to show your support. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll be a little less cautious this time, since we're all warmed up. Why can't I turn around in midair? There we go. So yeah, secretly I was actually planning that all along, wink wink nudge nudge, because that means we get to have more marathon time. It's more time for y'all to donate, so be sure to get those donations in.
I thought we weren't supposed to say that it's all scripted. That's my bad.
Okay, well this is a fantastic run back so far.
Yeah, good thing there's dim sum up ahead. Oh, okay. That's
Hey,
alright.
you know what they say about third tries, right? That's the charm.
Oh yeah, this time for sure.
Mission start.
Also, Octavia's I think this level is definitely my favorite part of the run too. So we get to see this part. This is definitely it's got some cool movement going on.
But yeah, realistically, I probably should have been a little bit more careful in the second Octavio stage, because if you enter the Dr. Dillo fight with maximum or close to max health, then it's totally fine. Like, you don't even need to worry, but 3 health is pretty sketchy. And those exploding beakers do deal more than 1 health. I'm pretty sure it's either 2 or 3, so... I think it's 2, actually. See, that's how often I get hit by them. I don't even know how much damage they do. So yeah, nice thing now is that we just get to vibe a little bit. You know, shoot the breeze, pressure's off. Actually, pressure's technically more on. But yeah, maybe I can actually explain what I was doing here with the flying dudes and the jetpacks. They have a cycle that allows you to just barely hit them when they're at their what's the opposite of an apex in their sine wave pattern here? You can just barely clip their feet, the owl fist. So doing that speeds things up a little bit, and it causes fewer spawns to appear. Alright, chat is saying Nader. Thank you, I learned something today. Oh, that was beautiful.
Nice.
See, now I can actually like do the things that I wanted to in the first place.
Oh yeah, you want to see that double kill.
And maybe Pyrat will be nicer to us this time too. I mean, that was like half his health right there, so. Okay, never mind. There we go. I've had it before where he will cling onto the grate back there post-death and waste more of our time, which is always fun.
Mission start.
Alright.
I wanted to ask, because this is a game that it seems like a lot of people can change their mind on it after they've played it a bunch. What was your initial thoughts on this game, and how has that changed since then?
My initial thoughts were, this is extremely difficult and very terrible, and I want to stop playing. But then I beat the game, and I was like, man, this was fun, I want to play it again. So, it can go either way, honestly. It's very important to realize that this, like a lot of UFO 50 games, honestly, is one of those games that gets much, much easier with practice. Once you know what you're doing, then it becomes way, way easier to deal with.
I got soft locked in the first 30 seconds of playing the Octavia mission, and then I decided to save this game for one of my last completions. But that turns out the rest of it's pretty cool when you don't get soft locked.
Yeah, that would make a difference. I also find that this is one of the buggier games. It especially held true on launch that it was quite buggy. But yeah, the team has been doing a great job just slowly patching things out like that. I want to give them a huge shout out for all their work.
I guess I could also mention, there's actually a hidden 5th mission type in this game that you're not going to see in the cherry run, called the rescue mission. So if you end up losing all your lives for an owl, you can't replay the level, but you can go rescue that owl with a different owl, and you do like this kind of like turn-based like grid kind of puzzle. It's like a mini version of whatever owl you were playing as. And it's a super cool game mode, and there's pretty much no reason to do it in the Cherry or Gold run. It is required for the gift, so I do recommend everyone checking that out.
Yeah, this is like the only UFO 50 game that actually gives you less content when you go for the Cherry. It's pretty interesting. So yeah, just making our way through the courtyard again. This is, I mean, I'll be honest, I'm kind of bad at commentary. This, well, actually, I could talk about the aggro range a little bit, because I remember I did that, around this area last time. So the aggro range, is roughly 1 tile to either side of a soldier, and, I want to say maybe 10 tiles in front. But if you're holding down the A button, it actually gets reduced by a tile, so you can be standing right next to a guard, and they just will not notice you. Which is pretty cool, but generally speaking, I mean, stealth is not a requirement at any point in the game. And usually if you can outrun a bullet, then it doesn't matter.
You do get a lot of points for stealth, though, if you're going for score.
Yeah, if you're going for score, which you are not in Cherry, strangely enough. I'm honestly very surprised that Cherry wasn't implemented as some sort of score goal, which would have been a lot safer, for one, and also for two, a lot more, in my opinion, intriguing from a gameplay standpoint. But it is what it is. Here we are, running it back. And yeah, we're going to be way more careful on the Octavio stage.
Everyone in the Twitch chat is cheering you on, WinnerBit. I know you haven't.
Thank you all so
You're
much.
not able to look, but they're cheering you on.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. I had a lot of friends offer me support before the run, so I appreciate every single one of you. This community is freaking awesome. I just gotta say that. Like, if you want a really, really cool, chill place to hang out and chat about UFO 50 or pretty much anything in general, I highly recommend the Discord, 50games.fans, if you want to go check it out. That's 50games.fans. Some really cool people on there, including myself.
I do find it funny that Huxley is the only section where you don't actually get to eat dim sum, even though Huxley is known for loving dim sum.
Yeah, he's probably, in my headcanon, he's the owl that introduced the whole gang to dim sum. It's like Huxley, I will not be argued with on this point. Huxley is a weeaboo. He loves everything from anything from this kind of culture. Like, he's the reason that he's going to Hong Kong, because he's like, I haven't been in a while. I need some authentic dim sum. That is not actually even that far off from the in-game dialogue.
This stretch
Also,
figure
y'all
is-
stay hydrated, please.
For sure.
Very important.
Let's pop it in to say we've got a $50 donation from Derek that says, "This run's a hoot. Thank you, WinnerBit. Also, let's go Bushido Ball Hyperspeed. We can do it."
Thank you, Derek. Yeah, this entire game is full of owl puns. I probably should have mentioned that. So, that is on brand. I appreciate that.
I did also want to point out, you can sort of chain together frame perfect hops with the bike here, and that is the entirety of what I like to do while playing this level.
Oh, that's fun.
I did not know that.
Hey, he's doing a second attack. It's actually very nice for me, because it means I don't have to deal with a mace again.
Mission complete.
Alright, here we go again. I actually used a mnemonic to memorize the pathing through here,
Start.
which is that this mission is left up to us. So we go left and then up here.
Wow.
And then later on, we're going to be going, we're heading downtown, I believe is what I used for this part. just getting down to the grenade area. I'm gonna let him walk, actually.
Oh yeah, all the rooms here look completely identical, so you can just get lost.
Yeah, it's not a fun casual experience in my opinion. But, I mean, if you're into the Metal Gear Solid gameplay style, it's actually pretty neat. It's just that I'm not, unfortunately. But, you know, to each their own. Definitely want to make sure to deal with those jet ski dudes, because they will cause you pain while you're trying to break into the fortress here. Alright. Just gonna skip the dim sum, because we don't need it. I did the thing!
Oh no. That was the thing.
That was the thing! So for those of you who are in the Discord,
Mission start.
I got that in practice 2 days ago. And I clipped it and titled it New Fear Unlocked. I can't believe it actually happened. Oh hey, I'm dying. I'm just gonna reset that one. I'm not gonna survive.
Mission start.
Why is this game like this?
I mean, yeah, this cherry is just completely brutal.
Yeah, it's a reason that it's the last cherry. There is a reason for that. Like, chronologically, this is the last game that ever came out from UFO Soft. So it makes sense from the standpoint of like, oh, we have to have a big, serious challenge for the very end of the collection, but oof. Yeah, I don't know. It reminds me a lot of Quickman, that area from Mega Man 2, I believe. Where it's just like, you can instantly die if you don't do the stage perfectly, so. It's alright, we're vibing, we're among friends here. We just had a world record earlier from a Ronks run, if y'all missed that. So, like, we should be fine, right? We should be okay on time.
That's okay. Also, Matt said we do have to continue until we get the cherries, so we could. I'm fine to sit here for however long it takes.
That is fair, but I certainly don't want to be the reason that we end up late on the first day. It's alright, we're jamming. We're cruising. We're good.
If anything, I appreciate that we're getting a showcase like this. I think this wouldn't be a UFO 50 marathon if we didn't get to see some real tenacity and resolve.
That is fair.
We've got a $100 donation here from Polyhex that said, UFO 50 made my last summer feel like magic. Here's to many more years of creative joy to all the developers, and good luck to this weekend's runners. They've donated towards Yamada, who is now, I believe, pretty firmly ahead in the polls with that.
Nice.
Mission complete.
Yeah, another thing to note is that Octavio does not have a short hop, which is the reason that we basically instantly jumped into the, I don't even know what that thing is called, but we jumped into it and died, whatever it is. I'm just gonna call it the Run Killer. The Owl Smasher 5000. But hey, we get more time to plug Partners in Health, we get more time to go over donations, and we get more marathon. I see no downsides to this.
Thank you, Vanilla. Thank you, Vanilla, for the $10 donation that says meow.
Meow.
Can we get some rogs in chat for the sound effect that's gonna come up?
Just eat some dim sum in the middle of the fight, it's fine.
Mission complete.
Thank you everyone for saying "uog" in the chat with creative spellings.
Yeah, it's one of those non-standardized words. There's no one way to spell it in the English language. You know what's funny is that we haven't even died on a Gwyn stage, which is usually the culprit.
That is probably I wouldn't have said that well on a Gwyn stage, but I believe in you to carry.
Yeah, I mean, I've already jinxed myself enough, so I think I'm out of
yeah,
jinx
you don't
juice.
send it at that point. We've got a couple donations here. We've got $100 from John Perry saying, "May Stegnar bless this run." Thank you for that.
Thank you, John. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need Stegnar's blessings.
We've also got $50 here towards IME and the hyperspeed goals from Mooware. Thank you for the donation.
No, I
And I
do
will
love
say-
Alpha's-
yeah.
Oh, you can go. It's fine.
Okay, I was just gonna mention how it's easy to get into a bit of a rush, a cherry rush, if you will, when you're on your third time playing through a stage. But it's really just a reminder to you know, keep those safety strats in mind, and you know, not die. So it's. Yeah, honestly, that was just a filler sentence. Go ahead with what you actually had to say, please.
Oh, I was also gonna do filler, but it's fine.
Okay, fair. You gotta get creative at this point, you know?
Uh-huh.
Speaking of filler, we want to fill some dreams coming true by supporting Partners in Health today. We're coming up on 3,400 in donations. Thank you everyone so much.
That is awesome. What a strong start to the marathon. That is amazing. Seriously. These are civilian cars, by the way. We're just destroying them for no reason. Like, this is an actual street in Hong Kong, and we're just being a menace.
You know, I'm not sure what the plan is for these guys on rollerblades. They just kind of walk slowly and then get hit by traffic cones.
Yeah, they're just out for a jog. It's fine. I don't think I've ever defeated one of those cars before they managed to shoot something.
Oh, you also get points for jumping over the traffic cones, by the way. Just a little bit of extra score tip if you're going for score.
Yeah, I want to give a huge shout out to Pizza Party Time, who did a high score run of this game about 7 or so months ago. It's absolutely extraordinary. You can find all sorts of secret tech in that video, and it's really impressive.
We've got a lot of donations during this run, WinnerBit. The people are really supporting you. We've got $40 here from Keeney that says they're pledging $20 for each Antarctica death. It won't all be for naught.
I appreciate that. This is definitely one of the hardest games, even just to get the gold disc on. in UFO 50, so going for cherry where you have to not, you know, you have to play basically perfectly is definitely a tall order. And I appreciate y'all sticking with me through this.
A lot of people in chat here are shouting out Pizza Party Time. I wanted to echo that. Pizza Party Time's run of this was one of my first introductions to the community. When I first ran this game, it took me a good 15 hours, and I talked with Pizza Party Time about it a lot following that. And it gave me a little bit of an appreciation for it, despite this not being a game I'm super strong at. So shout out to Pizza Party Time.
Heck yeah. Okay, that was spooky.
That was cool.
Oh, I landed pixel perfectly on the cutscene trigger. That was nice. Alright, we're back.
Mission start.
I'm just gonna focus.
Would you believe that there's a lot more Antarctica? But yeah, I'm pretty sure the Octavio section of Antarctica has got to be the most brutal. So hopefully after this point things will be running smoothly. I believe in it. Bonus dim sum.
What's a couple seconds in the face of 10 minutes?
Oh yeah, that part's pretty scary.
Okay, 7 health should be way better.
This is looking pretty good here.
Lesson learned. Shout out to RPM, by the way, for the strat I use on Dillo. Just basically just wait for him to jump and then punish him for it. It's basically Smash Bros. It's just Smash Bros.
Alright, Dr. Dillo is gonna start speeding up here, but
I can't get him in a good position.
yeah, just continually jumping on these platforms is pretty annoying.
Okay. Let's go.
Nice.
Run continues.
That's huge. This is gonna be the one.
Alright, so yeah, we're back in Gwyn. Gwyn kind of acts as like an intermission between the other three. And I believe, yeah, we just have to go over and activate another terminal.
Yeah, we're exiting through the gift shop, as I memorized it to be.
These rooms are still pretty scary because the guard hitboxes do take up the whole 2 squares, and you are also 2 whole tiles, and you have to move like right next to each other, pixel perfectly at some parts. But I believe WinnerBit's going to be using some ammo to take out guards for later, so we don't have to worry on the run back.
Yep, it's relatively safe. I say relatively because it is not. Sometimes this guy sees you somehow, and I don't know how. It's very weird.
There are also these drones that will instantly explode if they touch you. And
yep, just take it nice and chill. No, I'm not gonna risk that.
Yep. Yeah, you can throw the grenade off to the side to get in earlier, but you could still die if you missed it.
Yeah. It's still only a few pixels of a room you have, so you only go for that in actual record runs. Alright, so we haven't talked much about the plot up to this point, which is basically, Hawk has already launched the Doomsday weapon, so we have to shoot it out of the sky. I don't know how blowing it up in midair is any worse than, it landing somewhere. If we're talking about, you know, long-term effects and radioactive fallout and stuff. But, well, at least it's, it could be worse, you know? But yeah, we have to be really careful with how the planes spawn in and stuff in this, this section, because they will trap you if you're not proactive with them.
Yeah, Winner's also only able to shoot the rocket whenever it's on the right side and not doing like that firing backwards kind of deal, so sometimes you just don't get to attack for a while, and it's super stressful.
Yep. Or sometimes it goes down in 10 seconds. There we go.
This is our last Gwyn intermission. Just we have a new key card now, so we're just gonna head all the way back across the map to the top right corner.
Our last winter mission, if you will.
Yes, definitely.
How?
Yeah, just do that. That's fine.
I will need to pick up extra darts. Can't forget about that.
Do you want me to explain how the boss works, like coming up, because it's gonna be super quick, hopefully?
Yeah, go for it.
So yeah, in just a little bit here, we're gonna get to Hawk Commander Part 1, and I think, yeah, I can start now, because the boss is gonna go by in a few seconds, so pretty much the way it works is you can use the regular gun, because Gwyn has two weapons, the sleep dart and the pistol, and you can use the gun to damage Hawk Commander, but if you run out of bullets, Octavio will come in to help you out, and if you just use sleep darts, Octavio will use his patented Owl Fist, and that does way more damage, so I believe WinnerBit's going to try to spend bullets as soon as possible, and then try to get Hawk Commander stun locked with Octavio to make the fight go real quick.
Yep. Unfortunately, since I had to do one extra dart for safety, we will have to wait for Hawk Commander to spawn more. Which can get scary. There we go. Nice.
Nice.
Whew.
Let's get some support for WinnerBit in the chat, everyone. We're coming up on the final boss here.
And don't forget, we still have instant death opportunities, because Hawk Commander's vehicle that she fled to has a big death laser on it, which will occasionally interrupt our good time with ineffectively a screen clear. So we'll see how it goes.
Yep, last objective here is just to shoot as fast as possible at the Hawk Commander's tank, and hope you don't get hit by the giant laser.
Take it super safe. Scary. Ooh, no audio cue for that one. Oh god.
Wow, that's really rough. Okay, but
Wow.
we're good.
Okay, well, there it is. And we've got time. Ugh. It's over. So yeah, you can see now why people were hyping it up so much. It's definitely not the easiest thing to do.
That was,
And we did it.
incredible.
And as a reward,
really
everyone gets to
killed
go
it.
out for dim sum. Thank you.
That run is so stressful, even casually. I can't really imagine what you're going through right now. You must feel pretty good.
I may or may not be shaking right now.
That's totally fair.
Fun fact,
Everyone is cheering for it. Sorry.
It's all good. Fun fact, before I was approached to run this in Cherry Rush, I had achieved the cherry 1 time. So I've been putting in a lot of work to help make
You can
this
definitely
happen.
tell. Sorry, I meant the lot of work part, not the first part.
Of course. I'm curious to see what my actual final time was. Let's see.
That was not so bad.
1812, you know what? Same as the overture. Very nice.
And we've got a new donation here for, it's just loading. Wow, we've got one for, am I reading that right? That's right, $400. So there was 100 for a reset. From
let's go.
He Who Am Are Is Myself.
Oh my
I wonder who
goodness.
that could be. And we've
Thank
also
you so
got a
much
donation.
for all the donations. Oh my goodness.
We've also
Let's go.
we are only $25 away from 4,000. So thank you everyone so much for your support.
Yeah, and thank you all for coming out for Cyber Owls, and thank you for your patience. I mean, I guess it's a little bit more pressure on everyone else to get some really nice, spicy cherry times. So let's keep things on schedule. Let's keep donating. Let's let's keep supporting the event. And thank you all so much for putting this on. Thank you to the community, and thank you, Violett, for coming on for what turned out to be quite a lengthy Cyber Owl session on such short notice. Really appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem.
And yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Take care,
Thank
everyone.
you so much, guys. We are going to have a very short intermission, and then we are going to have some Block Koala, and Glove will be taking over as the host. Yeah. Thank you for having me on. I had a fun time. And look forward, we've got lots of stuff coming up. Thank you.